Welcome back, guys. So hopefully you're all having a good time. So in this video, just quickly gonna show you guys how I set up all the filter screens on my windows down in the basement. So like I said before, if you watched my previous videos, I have 6 windows down in the basement, right? 2 here, another one over there, and the ones all the way over here. I have all the windows that I have open right now. I put the screens on, right? So that should really help with all the dust, all the powder, and everything coming inside this building, coming inside the house. Because honestly, there's a lot of dust accumulating here down the basement. Especially because this house, like I said, we just moved in this year. And like if you look on top of the floor right now, right? It's not really insulated. It's not really covered. Everything's out in the open. So there's a lot of dust buildup. Spider web and insects and all kinds of stuff, right? There's a lot of dust down here. So I need to be able to set these up in a way that, I can have as much dust as I have right now. So the less dust and powder and everything comes inside the basement, the better off I'll be. And also, that should definitely help. Once I enclose, right, this room over here that I make my own room for mining and all that stuff, that should also eliminate a lot of the dust that accumulates inside this mining little farm that I have going on at home, right? Also, we run into some issues when I have my friend and another contractor come over, right, to help me design and how I'm going to do this room over here. One of the things that I noticed when I was out at work was that my girlfriend, she has a salon right on top of this area over here, right on top of the farms, right on top of the rig, right? And the other day, right, I was down here doing some repairs and cleaning, dusting off some video cards, GPUs or whatever, and I see water dripping down, right by the plugs over there, all the way on top, right, dripping all the way down. When I went upstairs, when my girlfriend was doing somebody else's, washing their head or whatever, I guess water somehow fell down the floor and they didn't notice it, and all that water was coming down, right? So that's a big no-no, right? So we have to figure something out, right? Because yes, I'm gonna insulate everything, I'm gonna cover everything, but if there's water coming down, that's a problem, right? And nobody notices or anything like that. Doesn't matter how good I have everything covered and set up, eventually this water is gonna leak through, right? So I have to figure that out if this is the best spot for the mining farm, which unfortunately it is, because I have those 2 main windows right here that I can use for intake and outtake, right? Every other place down the basement does not have those 2 windows right next to each other. Like the next big thing, it will be these 2 windows over here, which they're really, really far apart, and not to mention that the water line and everything is set up on this side. So that's the main reason why I didn't want to pick that side, because all the water lines and everything else, it's there. Even the main water line from, the water company that we use is set up that way, like Brook Water or whatever, right? It's set up right there. So I don't want to have to deal with that at this moment, okay? So what I'm going to do is, right, and also, by the way, also one thing that I also noticed on this area over here with these 2 main poles over here, these ones that you guys see over here, there's also water that sometimes leaks through there. So I have to figure that out. I noticed that the other day, because you can see, if you look at the wall, you can't see it on this video, but there's like lines dripping down that wall over there. So that is a big problem, okay? So I have to figure that out before I do this, to make sure that there's no water coming through and leaking through. So that's one thing that I might have to spend a little bit more money on, just to make sure that water cannot come inside this room once I set that up. Again, I'm trying to think, so hopefully I can have this done either by the end of next month, right? Depending on when to watch this video. Or if I can't do it by the end of this year, or by the end of the month, I'm planning on doing it at least by the beginning of next year or something like that. Again, I've seen a few videos about people having mining rooms in their basement, stuff like that, and then regretted it because they couldn't control the heat. And it was more of a hassle than anything else, right? Because then they have so much heat inside the house during the summer that it was really uncomfortable, right? And they end up putting my shit outside, which I might be able to do it, but the thing is now I have to run, electrical lines, conduits, everything outside, build a shed, and all that stuff. So I think I just better off just trying to build it here. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just leave the rigs open down in the basement, right? And I won't set up anything, but I wanted to use the heat that everything in here is gonna produce to heat up my house in the winter, which is much easier to control all that heat, right? If you have something enclosed and you can pull the heat whatever direction you want to pull it. But worst comes to worst, I just leave everything open and let the heat, do its thing, right? And I can just open like holes, on the floor, the first floor, main floor, and let the heat rise through, and it will eventually, find its way all the way around the house. Anyways, guys, if you have any ideas or anything like that, please let me know. I'll be happy to listen to you guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good day.